Okay, welcome all you Pocono Weather 360 people out there. Please keep in mind and tell your friends that this is for the whole state of Pennsylvania. I'm going to try to change the name to weatheroutlook.com, and that could happen any day now because I bought that known thing, and then this way it just won't be about Pocono. But what I'm going to show you on here is different than you see on Facebook, and this is a little bit more in depth. This is around 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. You can see as it slowly moves across the state, there's some snow ahead of it, some freezing rain behind it, and then eventually all rain. And eventually it does that for everybody. This is early afternoon on Tuesday, and you can see it's northern PA gets a little bit of a mix and then it pulls out late in the evening. And the extreme northeastern PA still has it going on around 5, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, but eventually it turns over to nothing but rain. And again, you can see it's mostly higher elevations that get the accumulation of snow, if any. Most of it is just going to fall and then get washed away. But once this comes through, there's a backlash behind it on the flip side as the storm goes by, just like you saw over the weekend. It kind of changed to rain, freezing rain in some of the areas, and then it went back to snow Sunday, late Sunday, and into Sunday morning, and there was more snow. Kind of going to be like that, but I don't think it's going to be as big and as snowy as that. This is moving through pretty quickly. But the big story here is the rain and the wind. Now, there's going to be a gust front coming through, and that will enhance the rain for a short period of time. I mean, like as it moves through, probably going to get like, 15, 20 minutes of a downpour, some strong winds. It goes through, rain begins to let up and the cold air comes in and then there's a little bit of snow. But here's the danger part of this thing. These are higher elevations out here getting some heavy rain. But here in this area here, there's been some areas here that had 16 inches of snow, and now they're going to get 3.5 inches of rain. So, and then even down here, heavy rains down here. Anywhere you've got snow on the ground, which pretty much goes all the way down to here and this way, even North Jersey, you got ice and snow on the side of the roads, curbs and whatever, it's going to make it hard for the water to drain off, especially if it downpours very hard. And so, therefore, you'll have ponding on the roads. You'll have some roads that'll probably get flooded. The drains are kind of covered up. I mean, things like that'll happen. And then you're going to have wind gusts across the state during this thing. Sustained winds are only in the 15 to 20 some mile an hour, but gusts could be as high as in the 50s. And so you have that to think about. So you might have some tree limbs come down on that too. So it's a tricky storm. You have to be careful. It's not a snowstorm. This is a crazy kind of a storm, and you should be aware of it. Now, this is early afternoon, and you can see winds are picking up. These are gusty winds, and you can see this heavy gust here where they could be in the 50s. Then it goes in 40s and 30s as it moves across the state. But as you can see, this takes you to around 2 in the afternoon. Very strong winds off the lakes up here, but 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts are not out of the question here in these yellow areas, the darker yellow areas, orange, light yellow. And then here's the storm. Then the main part of the storm is back here, and it kind of goes like this. And then there's another low that'll form off the coast, and I'll show you that. And the reason I'm showing you at a distance, I want to show you how this goes. This is about 5 in the afternoon Tuesday. This tomorrow. You can see the winds are now moving to the eastern part. But Jersey, you look down here, this is around 8 o'clock in the evening. We got some very strong winds in the 50, 60, close to 60 mile an hour up here in the Pocono. And that's going to be at the highest terrain. And then you can see these winds down here. These are 70s, and they're just getting up here towards Cape May. And then you can see on this map here, Cape May is getting hit with 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and there's going to be power outages down here. There'll be coastal flooding because of the winds, and then on top of that, they don't have the snow, but they're going to have the heavy rains. And then you can see 2 o'clock in the morning, it's beginning to move away and head up towards Cape Cod and up towards Providence. And then there's a few gusty winds behind this thing on Wednesday as the colder air tries to come through on Wednesday until it calms down Thursday night into Friday.